I've got an exciting segment for you today, a fun segment, 32 things that you need to pack for your upcoming cruise. Yvonne Little here, your host of Wild Travels. Just wanted to give you a couple of things real quick. You're probably going to want to save this video or grab a piece of paper and a pen. Again, as always, I want to thank you for tuning in and spending time with me today. You are going to need a pocket folder. Why? Because I want you to put all your important and pertinent documents in the folder. Put them in a sheet protector if you can. We're talking about your confirmation, any ID that you have, copies of credit cards that you're going to be taking with you. In the event that something is lost or you lose your wallet, at least you can contact your credit card company immediately and you've got all of your information. I even have my passport in a little back baggie. So you're going to be around water. So make sure that everything is protected and that it's easily accessible. Along with that, go ahead and download that Ships app. There's many things that we'll cover later that you can do through that app. Just go ahead and play around with it. Decorate your door. Number one, it's fun. Number two, the corridors run from one end of the ship to another, and so it can be a little challenging to find your room, especially if you've been up all night, some people partying or whatever. It's just so much easier if you decorate your cabin door, and I think other guests will kind of find that a little bit fun as well. A scrubber. It is a portable washing system. It's a bag that you can wash your clothes in right in your cabin. They are available for purchase online. Amazon is a great place. They run about $60, but excellent to take along, and you can fold it up and put it right in your carry-on. So don't forget your scrubber. Tide Pods. And the reason you're going to need your Tide Pods is so you can do your laundry. If you're going to be using or utilizing the scrubber, then of course you're going to want one of the little miniature liquid Tide laundry detergent bags. So this is great as well. Magnetic dry erase board. This way you guys can leave notes for each other, especially if you're traveling with children. Mom, I'm at the pool, or I'm going to get lunch, or I'm just going to whatever. Also, you're going to want a power cord. There are not going to be, you'll find many outlets in the cabin. Now, let me say this, no surge protectors, but you can bring an extension cord or a cord to plug in your electronics, your cell phone, your battery chargers, things of that nature. We are going to be needing our sunscreen, okay? And I want to speak to my African American brothers and sisters and those of us with darker skin, because there's a misnomer out there that we don't need sunscreen. That is not true. Go ahead and Google sunscreen that works on darker skin, and you will find sunscreen that will come up and work with our skin. I can personally attest to the fact, being out in the desert in Las Vegas, and I was not wearing sunscreen. When I woke up the next day, I looked like a baked chicken. Literally, and I vowed I would never do that again. Your bug repellent. So you say, well, why would I need bug repellent? I'm going on a cruise. Everybody's adventure is different. You may want to go to the beach. Somebody else may want to go ziplining or into the mountains or the ruins or whatever, and they're going to need some bug repellent. So definitely just pack it as a safety precaution. Don't forget your hat and your sunglasses, okay? Because you gotta look cool, you're on vacation, all right? Your hand sanitizer, very important, and I could actually pick this up right at the dollar store, so you actually get 3 for $1 instead of just one, and everybody's gonna kind of be fighting over it, or where's the hand sanitizer? Who's got the hand sanitizer? you're gonna need a lanyard. And of course you can get the little laminated piece to put in your ID as you're traveling on the ship. But keep this with you. This way you don't have to, have a wallet, which, can cause you to lose it. And you can also, maybe stick a credit card in there. But lanyards, number one on my list. So make sure that you have some really nice luggage tags. And reason I've got 2 up is because you're going to want to put one on the exterior of your luggage and then put one on the inside of your luggage. If your luggage is ever lost or you get separated from your luggage, TSA can just simply go in, it's laying right there, and they're able to notify you without you, chasing them down, trying to find out where your luggage is. An emergency poncho. It can rain. And so this is something simple. Again, picked it right up at the dollar store. Easy packing. Make sure you take one with you. Second is going to be baby powder. I don't have, baby powder, but you know what baby powder is. But what's that for? Baby powder will help to get the sand off of your feet as you're coming from the beach. So definitely you want to have some baby powder to help get that sand off the beach. A little potpourri to help keep your room smelling fresh. And this is also the car freshener. You can, hang that up in the bathroom. Again, just a little something to keep that you may not have thought of, that you'll be like, gee, I sure wish I had packed that. The magnetic hooks. As I already stated, the walls are going to be magnetic in your cabin. So if you'll get some magnetic hooks, they'll be really cool to hang your lanyard, hang a light jacket, hang your umbrella, swimsuit, anything like that. Highlighter. And I'm recommending highlighters because you're going to have a whole list. You have an itinerary of things, and places to do. I mean, it can be overwhelming. And so I always say, well, just, take a minute and sit down and kind of go over highlighter and map out your itinerary as to what you want to do, what's the most important, what's the least important, what's the thing I just got to do before I leave here. I'm also recommending sticky notes, because you guys can, again, if you're traveling, with a group, you can leave sticky notes on the mirrors or on the walls for each other, on the door. Hey, I'm here, I'm there. Sometimes people have to take walkie-talkies. I mean, it's whatever your thing is. But it's really going to help you guys to communicate with each other, because everybody, may not want to do the same thing. You're on vacation. You don't want to be, structured. That's why you're there. Your Ziploc bag. And I'm recommending the larger Ziploc bags because they're great for putting in wet swimsuits. Just, you may not want to, you come in and I'm off to dinner, but so you can just throw your wet swimsuit in your baggie and keep moving until you decide, later when you want to go do your laundry. Binoculars. And you can get the little mini pack ones. They have a little bag that they come in. This way, if you're wanting, and you're on the side of the ship and you want to be able to see as you're, coming into a port, you want to do that rather than having to squint on your phone and try to do it. So binoculars would be number 19. A pill box. I don't recommend trying to take all your pills. Some people, have quite a few pills, medications that they take every day. Take them out, put them in the pill box, label them, and I think you'll find that so much easier for traveling. You're going to want to have one carry-on and also a backpack. So that's what I'm recommending, at least one carry-on and one backpack. Also a first aid kit, especially if you are traveling with children. I understand a Band-Aid's like $1 on the cruise ship. Things are very, very expensive. So that's why I'm recommending that you take a lot of these with you. Things are very, very expensive on the cruise ship. cough drops are another thing. People sometimes different air and breathing different air, different environments. You may want to have some, throat lozenges or cough drops with you. I understand they're probably about $8 on the ship, and I got this at the dollar store, and it's like a little sewing repair. Like if you have a button that comes off or something tears, thought that was awesome. Dollar store. This I just fell in love with. If you can see that, it's a little nightlight, and it's got a little battery, and it's little flip-flops. And I thought that was so cool that you could keep that, in your cabin at night. People do still come to my house and ask me if I have a bobby pin. So that might be great as well for some of the ladies that, we kind of always need a bobby pin. All right. This is the coolest thing ever. This is a pop-up clothes hamper. So as you are, after you unpack and you get there, and it's just real easy. There you go, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And look at that, you got a place to put your dirty clothes in. Take yourself a really nice drinking cup, a Yeti. If you have a Yeti, I'm a big Yeti fan. I use my Yeti every single day because I just love my Yeti. But then this would be great, for your cooler drinks. And then also this was really cool because you can put your lime or your lemons or whatever your thing is in here and have that to drink. Look at this. These are disposable washcloths. It comes in a resealable bag. Awesome to take. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, on a cruise, unfortunately, some people do get ill. It's called seasickness. Anybody that knows me knows I do not like taking medication. I will do whatever I can to avoid it. So for people like me, if you're out there, go ahead and pick up the motion sickness bands. They look like this. You will need one for each wrist. They're about 10 or 11 bucks. They are non-medicated. But this would be in lieu of your Dramamine or, your patch or whatever it is you use. Now, for those of you that are comfortable using those, go right ahead. Let's talk about some big hooks. These are recommended because when you go to the beach or you're sitting out, your towel has the tendency to kind of fall and move around. These big hooks, one on each side, just help to hold your towel in place. So just another neat idea. This is a plastic clothesline that you can hook right in your room just to hang your clothes, and then just pack some of these clothesline hangers. They're also good to hook to the bottom of your shower curtain to keep them in place, and also if you're trying to take a nap, tie your curtains in place as well. Let's talk about the drink packages for a minute because that's a big one that I always get. You could bring a bottle of wine. It must be in your carry-on. And if it's white, you notify them, they'll chill it and keep it, in the restaurant with you. There's about a $15 quart fee. Now, as far as sodas and things of that nature, you are allowed to bring one 12-pack per person, and then, of course, the one bottle of wine per adult. Do not put any beverages in your check bag. They will be confiscated. Prepare some type of a gift for your cabin steward. I mean, they work really hard. They're going to be with you the whole time. Just something like this. Doesn't have to be quite this big or, but just prepare a little something. And a thank you card. I don't know if you can see this, but this is a little thank you card here, and it says, bless your heart for being so nice. The bag is not in lieu of the money. I say do both. Cash is always king. They do have to do their own laundry, and take care of themselves while they're out to sea with you. So I'm sure a little cash won't hurt them as well. Communication and access to you, internet, cell phone, social media, it just amazes me that people will, make an announcement. I'm going on a cruise and you won't be able to get in touch with me for 5 days. If you have family, if you have a loved one, anyone that cares about you or you care about them, do you really want to be at sea that long and nobody can get in touch with you? I suggest, number one, contact your cell phone provider. Now, because of what I do, I keep an international line on my phone. I have to have it, but you can add an international line on your phone for a short period of time. Just let them know I'm leaving the country and I'd like to add it on. When you come back, you call them, you take it off. Most cruise lines now, they've introduced this thing called, it's a social plan. It's unlimited access for a flat fee per day, where you have Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, LinkedIn, just so you can communicate with people. Wrap that in the budget. And thank you for hanging with me. If you have any questions, leave a note or a message, or if you have a tip you'd like for me to add into part 2 when we continue this, because believe it or not, there's so much more I haven't even gotten to. But just wanted to give you those. Happy trails, have fun, be safe, and in my Don Cornelius voice, I say love, peace, and keep cruising.